What's happening, Magnus sites? So, yesterday I did a video where I was talking about what happened to Greg Alba with the copyright claim, and me and him talked afterwards, and hopefully, he can get that cleared up. Now, another thing that I want to talk about today is after I put up that video, a bunch of people started emailing me, telling me about this other situation with this law that a particular senator is trying to push through that will give Twitch streamers jail time over multiple DMCA takedowns. So, what a lot of you don't understand real quick is that there's a difference between copyright strikes and copyright claims. The way copyright claims work is someone who owns a particular copyright. It could literally be a still image, a screenshot, music, movie, whatever. No matter how little of it, they could literally come to your video, claim 100% of the revenue. That's a copyright claim. And a lot of times when copyright claims happen, the video stays up. Sometimes they'll claim it and block it. So you'll see that it's not available in your region or certain countries or whatever. Or sometimes they'll claim it and they'll share the revenue with you. Which is, I guess you could say, much more preferable depending on the situation. Like, if I did a reaction to a movie trailer and the company claimed it and shared the revenue with me, I wouldn't have as much of an issue with that as if they claim it and it's like a still shot. Like, I had that done before. And I'm like, how can you claim out, there's what you can do legally, and there's what's human and just and fair, And I talked about, a little bit about that yesterday. Which is where we get into this. How you give people jail time over... I watched a couple of lawyers' videos on this situation. And the two lawyers that I saw, they're definitely against it. They're like, what are you doing? And I saw some other videos, and they're like, why aren't bigger people talking about this and this and that? And I don't know, but I'll give you one reason why maybe bigger YouTubers, the people with 10 million plus, aren't talking about it. If you guys notice, and I see a lot of channels like this. One guy that I actually follow a lot, he always does this. But they will, anytime, and I get it, as a YouTuber, you've got to make videos. You need to talk about content. You need to get your views. You need to pay your bills. I get that. And I don't shame those guys for that. But what they do is, anytime there's anything that you could maybe sensationalize, oh no, this is the end of YouTube. Oh no, find somewhere else to post your videos. Oh my God, YouTube is terrible. Why would they do this to you? By the way, I know that YouTube isn't perfect, but I would like to say that a lot of you, seem to think that I was maybe on the offense against YouTube, but I was not. YouTube's hands, I've talked to several people in YouTube before, and YouTube's hands, believe it or not, are tied legally in specific situations. And one of them is copyright. And they have to follow a particular legal protocol. Okay? Sorry for the fan coming on like that. It's the heat. But anyway, they have to follow a particular protocol and allow YouTube entities to hash it out legally. and then their hands are, they can't intervene in certain things. So a lot of times when you're seeing these copyright claims and these copyright strikes and all these other things, it's not YouTube, it's them following the process. So then there's DMCA takedowns. You get DMCA takedowns, those are strikes. Those are the strikes that you get. So when you see the video just gone like that, usually they got a strike. Sometimes we take it down, and I think it'll actually tell you that sometimes. It'll tell you, like, the user took this video down. But if there's a strike, and that counts against our channel. I notice the wording with YouTube now is that if you get a strike, 3 strikes, we may take down your channel. So I think that there are people inside of YouTube that are paying attention to, it's just not so cut and dry. It's not people pirating things, and there's people actually following fair use. So anyway, this article here is, it's just the most, to me, it's ridiculous. And getting back to why bigger YouTubers may not be saying anything is because every time something like this comes up, usually YouTube and YouTubers roll with the punches and adapt and move forward. With COPPA and all this other stuff, we adapted and moved forward. And the apocalypse, we adapted and moved forward. And I know that there are certain YouTubers whose lives were turned upside down, maybe even destroyed by certain things with COPPA and with the apocalypse. And my heart really does go out to them, because sometimes there's only one form of entertainment that you provide. And if there's a law passed or a regulation or something that happens, if it doesn't allow you to adapt, sometimes you can't adapt because you're so specialized in what you do. It's a shame, man. Like I said, my heart goes out to them, man. And that's why a lot of people say, it shouldn't be your only thing that you do. So if you're a YouTuber, or a streamer, whatever it is online, if you're something similar to a YouTuber and you're making money through ad revenue and stuff like that, you need to have other backups. Maybe you have opened a business. Maybe you, maybe you opened your own Salad Works or a McDonald's. Some of y'all make enough money to where I don't, but I think a McDonald's franchise costs a couple million last time I checked. But you need to have some sort of backup, some other thing that you do. Maybe you upload to a different site, or you need to have these backups, because you don't know the way these times are, the way they're changing. You don't know what's going to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I do so many different types of videos, even though I'm most popular for my reactions. I do so many different types of videos that I probably could survive if something happened with, even with reactions. I probably could survive because I live well below my means, and I probably could survive. But you can't say that for everyone, because some people, they've built their lives around really what they specialize in doing. I'm an actor, okay? I have my hands in investments and other things and other businesses that I'm looking to open, so that I have multiple streams of income, so that if something happens, I'm still taken care of, even though I'm acting, I'm not one of the big actors. If I start acting mainstream, I'm making a few 100,000 or a few million per movie. Something happens to YouTube or another business, think I might be all right. I might be able to really roll with those punches, So let's get into this. I just wanted to give y'all, my take on it before, jumping on this wild world news. It says DMCA has been a huge problem on Twitch for much of this year. U.S. Senator Tom Tillis wants to punish unauthorized commercial streaming of copyrighted material with a prison sentence. The DMCA is back, and the U.S. Senator Tom Tillis has proposed a bill that could potentially give influencers and content creators jail time over copyright offenses. Now, there's a difference between jail and prison. Jail is local. Prison, you really in there with some super dangerous dudes. Not that jail don't, but, This year has been a bad year for Twitch when it comes to DMCA. The music companies have continued to crack down on music used on the platform. Now, one thing that I did, I'm cognizant and conscious and aware of a lot of things that are happening. Not all, because some things I do miss, but with YouTube, look, they don't want nudity and graphic violence and certain sexual innuendo and all this other stuff. And so when I'm streaming, like Cyberpunk 2077, hey, I turned off the copyrighted music. I need to make a living. I also turned off the nudity. I don't need my videos blocked or yellow $sign, none of that stuff, you know what I mean? So while the situation continues to unfold, one senator in the U.S. Congress has thrown himself into the fold. Tom Tillis, a Republican senator for North Carolina, has proposed a new punishment for anyone infringing on copyright outline. The proposal would mean potential jail time for anyone using copyrighted music on Twitch streams, YouTube videos, or Instagram stories. So, it's not just Twitch streamers. Music copyrighted in the United States has always been a misdemeanor offense, which means lawsuits and fines can be issued, but there is no threat of jail time in the average case. Tom Tillis' bill would make streaming copyrighted music a felony crime, which would translate to genuine jail time in cases where that applies. The potential bill would have a lot of bad implications for the content of the gaming world. We just have to play without the music. A threat of jail time has never been in the sphere of content creations before, and at a time when tensions are already so high on Twitch, it would further aggravate the situation. YouTube would also certainly face a new DMCA issue this time around, rather than Twitch being the only platform in trouble yet again. All content would face some sort of suppression in order to avoid jail time. The good news is that the bill is not guaranteed and would have to go through a long process before becoming law in the United States. So far, it's only been proposed, and it's likely that the bill will never genuinely pass through Congress. However, that doesn't mean it isn't impossible. I heard that they're trying to get it done before the year's end. Twitch has been in a DMCA storm since around May of 2020. The situation gained notoriety when streamers were forced to delete all VODs within 3 days or face copyright strikes. Now, I don't know what VODs are. I don't think that's terminology used over here on YouTube, so. But since then, most streamers have deleted their content and avoided playing music. I mean, it sounds like videos on demand, but I don't think that's it. Maybe it is. Avoiding playing music on their stream, which has saved them from further DMCA warnings. Now, personally, I don't know maybe it was never an issue on Twitch, but, you can't stream music on YouTube or you get a copyright claim, and Instagram takes it down. Now, I don't know if they stopped that or not, but I remember that in the middle of a stream, if you got music playing, boom, it would just shut down. So I don't know why Twitch streamers were doing it. I don't know, I'm not very familiar with Twitch, and I want to start streaming on Twitch again. Now I got this new beast. I want to kind of set up something where I could stream, hey, maybe even to Facebook, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. But whatever. DMCA problems continue to be a part of streaming on Twitch, and it may be some time before a true conclusion is reached for the platform. I mean, jail time, I mean, come on. I mean, I think it should be on a case-per-case basis if they did even implement anything like that. Like, you know, like there's people that are truly bad or evil people out there. They're just trying to profit from pirating and all types of illegal stuff like that. Talk to them about the jail and prison time. Someone just, you know, streaming, I don't think that should be the case, but post comments down below. Let me know what you all think. A YouTuber has talked about it. I know I don't have 10 million subscribers yet, but I'm trying to do my part and give you my point of view on this. I think that no matter what happens, we'll adjust and continue on. I mean, I don't think that people will stop watching people that stream, even if they cut out music for the video game. I'm serious. Like, if you're just playing it with sound effects but no music, I think people will still watch. You know what I mean? So it would suck because it's not as fun without the cool music, but it's what it is. Post comments down below. Let me know what you think. 10 million subscribers. Woo.